first attachment has come in from Peter from Germany, and he states in the sky for 2 p.m. it just become so much evident that they have been spraying, as he spotted 15 to 20 military jets just thousands of feet high spraying the lines in the sky. Can you see all this as well? This is a chemtrail, and this is just pollution to spray in front of the area of the sun every day. And he says the skies became dark. Let's go to the other photo. Now this photograph you can see on the screen clearly shows the dimness you can see on this building here and this church roof. Look again, this dark sky, this white object. Now these photographs have just come in very recently for the 18th of the 10th. So thank you for your photographs, because you're proving and showing that we are seeing chemtrails in front of the area of the sun. Okay, we've got these next images coming in from Angela Q, and this kind lady subscriber states from the morning skies on the 18th, she saw this red haze, and then it just becomes strange when the sun come up. It was still very red in colour, like an orange colour. Let me just show you the next photograph. This is the next image, and again these have come in from the Netherlands. Look at the colour as well, and it seems to be dimming, just like what we saw a couple of days ago here in the UK. This pink haze in the sky, and you could just see the chemtrails in the lines above here. Just other fantastic photographs coming in from other genuine people from other parts of the world. Why Do You Need to Know sent these in as well. 2 photographs of 2 different days. Now the day before the event that we saw on the 16th of October, the sky was very dark and we saw this white object in the sky. Look at the dimness on the ground as well. This was photographed by using a mobile phone, but still you can just see how dark it's became. This was taken again at 10 a.m. in the morning. Now let me show you the next photograph. It's so important. Now on this next photograph, you can see, can't you, the area of the sun and this red haze that was all across the skies. Everybody saw it. And also, this event is happening in other parts of the world. I'm having emails being sent in that they're seeing this as well. Now, a sandstorm can't travel that far. Now, I do believe again we're going to see more of this in our future, as they keep spraying to hide the truth. The sun is becoming a strange colour, and also there is other reflections to the other side on the cloud formations. And also, the subscriber states that the trees are just damaged. Every day we're seeing a lot of things that are changing. So thank you for your kind email and also your fantastic photos. Sarah J. Luxford sent these images in as well. Now, this kind subscriber would like to remain anonymous. So what I'm showing you on the screen is that strange halo in the sky with the dark shadow up there as well, full of chemtrails and lines in the sky. And she states these images as a title called "I've Never Seen This Before?" ? But again, it is and has been so evident these past 2 years that the skies have been cloaked more than ever before. Look at this dark shadow here. So let me move to the next photograph. Every time we see these photos of this halo and this dark sky, it just becomes more obvious, doesn't it? Very much overwhelming. I mean, look, you can see clearly this dark patch here to the right side, and also this light source is becoming more stranger. It truly does look like a reflector. It's beaming the wrong light source down to the ground. Look again on these buildings, and it's far too shadowy, isn't it? Look at this chemtrail plane as well. Many people still say these are contrails, but we know that these are poisons. They are spraying our skies, and it could be a form of depopulation, as this event is heading in closer. Can you see, if you look closely, you can see this area here is something that's coming in from above our Earth's atmosphere. This is what they're hiding. Everything is being hidden from the public, it really is. But if you closely look up to the skies and study them, you will see the truth. Here's another photograph as well that was zoomed in to an area where these chemtrails and also this halo. And this kind subscriber, Sarah, said that there was something that she could see through all this activity. And when you see this reflection of the halo, I believe also it's a reflection that's coming in from the outer area of our atmosphere and our inner solar system. There's far too much that's being hidden now. You can see clearly they are trying to hide objects. Okay, we've got more attachments as well that's coming through from Sarah, and these were taken only yesterday from Europe, and the pinkness of the sky and the reflection is all wrong, isn't it? Now, seeing that sun, that colour in the afternoon did shock many people, but I'm going to move to the next photograph because again it is becoming much stranger, isn't it, that we saw that. When she was taking these images, she stated that the wind, the air, everything was dead calm, just like the words calm before the storm. And again, that orange reflection was just absolutely mind-blowing when we saw that. It was a once in a lifetime, but I do believe again we will see it again. Mr. Paul O'Sullivan sent these photographs in from the 17th, and he was totally amazed. He came out of his office block and took photographs of this area, and also his staff members and even people in the street were all looking up in shock to seeing what was happening. And also, again, the weather was just very calm. The temperature was very high, but it did look very strange. The whole sky just turned red. Paul also zoomed in and took this photo as well. We all saw it and we all knew that there was something that was much different other than sand. I just got this image in right now to this day, okay, just moments ago, from Sarah J. Luxford. Sent this in. You can see that they are spraying very hard in Europe. Again, look at the lines. Everything is being hammered in our skies. Thank you for this photograph. These images again have come through Sarah, and this was again very strange, wasn't it? And I hope as well, because I sent an email, and I hope as well that Mr. John Austin from the Daily Express comes back to me with an email so we can have a chat and discuss some matters of importance, as again this hasn't happened ever before in the UK and other parts of the world when there's been huge storms. Let me show you the next photograph. Here's the first image, okay, as well. Just want to show you that Sarah is well brought in of this red reflection. Now I want to show you another image of a very misty sky with these sort of cloud formations with the white object. Now the image I will show you as well is misty and through a sandstorm. Now this image has come through from a kind subscriber from Australia. He took this photograph in 2009, and it was also a huge sandstorm event in 2009. You can also look this up, because what you see on the screen there is a white object, okay, and in front of the white object is a sandstorm that's thousands of feet high in the air, but it hasn't changed the colour of the sun. Can you see this? Now this subscriber is genuine. He's in his 70s and he fully believes that what we saw on the 16th was nothing to do with sand. It was something else, an event that was happening out there in our inner solar system. But again, we can't prove it, can we? We're all on the land and we just look up and see something that is happening. And also, storms do not cause the colour of a change of the sun, nor the moon. Those reflections are here now. We're seeing different colours on our horizons, and also with all the chemtrail activity, we're seeing many strange colours. So thank you for your respect and sending this image in. We have other photographs coming in again from Mario, from Verso Terreno, and he says as well in his emails that those colours are looking more stranger every day. And he says as well that when looking at that strange sun reflection, he is a full believer that those reflections are reflecting on these chemtrails. As the colour of the sun is going down the horizon, he's seeing these different colours. On the next image, just moments later, he stated as well that they were strange formations, and he's very persistent by taking photographs, and he's part of the Nibiru community, and he is just not going to stop. He's going to keep sending photos in until we catch the proof. And as many as all of you that are doing just fantastically by sending these photos in, because we are all seeing those huge differences now. Manu Sletcher from Germany sent these images in just now. Now, looking at the land, look how the colour is. We see these on webcams around the world as well, and many other photographs. This complete change of colour, more chemtrails. So again, Europe is being 100% hammered. The UK is being hammered by chemtrails. Australia, the USA, I mean the Far East. We've got images coming from other parts of the world as well. I mean, even the Netherlands to Iceland. I mean, there's so much of this that's coming through that something needs to be said, because we are seeing now that all of the world is being sprayed. Let me go to the next image from this kind person. This next image proves that there's something strangely going on. You can see again this white reflection from this white object. Chemtrails, not natural. And look to the right side now. We've got a huge reflection and also a dark shadow. The skies to the right side are so dark it's coming into blackness. Now, again, look on the land. It is too dim. So you're seeing this huge reflection, dark skies, and this white object. And still people are still looking down into their technology. Like you see on the screen, these are quite attractive towards people, aren't they? And people use these and keep their eyes down. You see thousands and thousands of people in town centres, on buses, public transport, walking around, in cafes, arcades. Wherever they are, what you see, you will see them with their heads down on these devices. Now, it is again important to look up to the skies, because this is why and what they do. The government, they've been programming us for years to watch those media channels and to keep our eyes focused on these devices. Now let me show you some other images that have come through. Mr. Taylor from the UK in the Midlands took this photograph. Now he's a new subscriber and he's been watching the videos and noticing as well, going out and spotting the halo right now. Can you see these strange formations, these waves in the sky that are being directly pushed in front of this object? Look again, too dark, strange grey haze of a sky, and inside the halo it's a different dimness. Thank you again for this photograph, and thank you for joining the community. And again, your kind email is appreciated, and God bless you too. These are new images as well that's come through from Scotland, from a kind subscriber called Martha, and she was quite shocked, but she stated as well that Am I being paranoid because I am seeing different colours from the other side? No, you're not being paranoid. You are seeing changes. And look at the colour. Now look again on the 16th. It's the same colour on these chemtrail lines. And she also stated as well that this cloud formation moved very slowly, as if like a blanket that was covering the skies and being controlled. Let me go to the next image. Now this photograph as well was sent him, and looking at that haze in the sky, can you see these lines? And this is why they use and control these cloud systems to try and cover this strange colour. They don't want you to see this, and they did not want us to see what we all saw on the 16th of October. But we all did, didn't we? So they come out with some crazy excuses. But again, I'm not here to panic anybody. I just want to explain what I see, and also the amount of emails coming through are truly overwhelming as well, because there's so many people, they're fully aware of what's going on around their surroundings. We are seeing far too much of many differences now. There is that colour again, that strange colour, and that cloud system that's moving now across these areas, moving very slowly. This is what they want to cover, this reflection. You can see in the background on this photograph the yellow colour, but then we've got this other reflection through the skies. Again, if you go back to the other videos that have been documented these past few months, you will see a build-up as well of this colour. Okay, we've got other images coming in from Kita Kita from Barbados. Look again, you've got that pink reflection. Now, when you look on the horizon, you've got the yellow colour. And this kind subscriber is going to take images every single day. She's come across the channel now, she's subscribed, and she's fully aware now that there's something going on. She's been looking at the skies for a good number of years and noticed the changes. Now she's prepared to come out and become true to her word, what she is seeing, and she's so happy as well because she knows now she's not on her own. She knows now there's thousands upon thousands of people that are in tune, just like her, watching the skies, that are wide awake to the truth. We are all wide awake to this truth now in the skies, seeing these different reflections. The next image, just moments later, as you can see it's moved down, just shows us something else that's in the skies. And also, her family members state as well that they've never seen it like this before. They've lived in Barbados for a long time, all their lives, and they used to see back in the day very clear, beautiful skies, a yellow sun, very fresh. But now they're seeing damaged trees and all this chemical, all this waste being sprayed in their skies. So people over in different parts of the world are becoming truly aware. This next image is so evident as well, isn't it? You've got the colour here of the sun. These trees are just very unhealthy, and also this reflection in the sky. I believe this now to be a huge reflection from Nibiru in our skies. Two different colours. We saw this strange colour again in the UK, and people seeing it also across Europe and many other parts of the world as well. So we just got to continue to do this. Stuart Noreen from Detroit in the USA spotted this sky. Now, he did say as well, around 3 p.m, everything just dimmed, and he saw also on the buildings where he lives, he saw this strange reflection and darkness. And he is now watching the channel and subscribed, noticing there is a huge problem out there. Chemtrails and also strange formations, and where they cover the area of this white object, can you just see all this is unnatural? It's a cloaking device to cover the truth. So thank you for this fantastic photo, proving also that our skies are just truly being chemtrailed every day. He also circles the picture just here and spotted some sort of object. But what I'll do is I will enhance this and zoom in to see what's been captured, because there's so many people sending in photographs now that are showing different orbs and also other reflections from other objects up there. Okay, we've got a video that's been sent in by Shelley, a kind friend that's very persistent. She knows there's something going on, and she sent this footage in, as I spoke earlier on, of a photo that was sent in by a subscriber about the sandstorm that affected quite a few people in Australia back in 2009. But on the video as well, you will see that the sun has not changed colour. You will see it's still that white object up in the sky. So let's play this as well, because I believe this is more evidence that's coming through.
Tonight, Sydney choked by the city's worst dust storm in 70 years. Extreme health warnings as our pollution index goes off the scale. Where did the incredible storm come from, and when will the dust finally settle? Plus, the teenager banned for 20 years over the Penrith Grand Final brawl.
This is 7 News with Ian Ross.
Good evening. Sydney's dust storm has pushed air pollution through the roof with extreme health warnings. Tonight, 7 News has live coverage with all the remarkable pictures, advice on precautions you should take and the weather ahead. First to Damien Smith at Observatory Hill. And Damien, we're told this was Sydney's worst air pollution in 70 years.
Yeah, Ian, the worst since 1939. So for most people, today was as bad as they have ever seen. Not only that, but pollution was the highest that it has ever been recorded. Millions of tonnes of outback dust that blocked out the sun, clogged our lungs and turned Sydney into the red centre. The day the sky turned to blood.
Getting to the Harbour Bridge, we weren't expecting it to look like this in the morning.
The Emerald City was bathed in a ruby glow.
Look, very surprising. Very, very surprising.
Luna Park's smile seemed sinister and hungry, like the gateway to hell. Sydney looked as if it had been caught between Armageddon and the apocalypse. To the west, Parramatta's streets were cherry-coloured avenues. Not the best time to mow the lawn. The dust set off dozens of fire alarms, keeping the fire brigade busy. At Manly Beach, a few braved the surf as the Norfolk Pines were lost in crimson cloud. A lone treasure hunter fossicked at Coogee, while a happy snapper captured the eerie morning. The sun struggled to pierce an almost solid atmosphere. Ordinarily, people come from all around the world to this spot to catch a glimpse of Sydney's picture-perfect postcard beauty. But today, it's lost in a dirty fog. Sydney hasn't seen anything like it for 70 years. The wind, up to 80 kilometres an hour, dust and pollen, made it a perfect storm for asthma attacks. The air becomes dangerous with pollution at 200 parts per million. Today it reached almost 3,500. The storm played havoc with transport. Intrepid airline pilots did their best.
Runway 25, in land.
Making split-second decisions to abort their landings to try again. It was heaven for plane spotters.
It's always good to have something interesting happen.
Delays in Sydney quickly had a knock-on effect throughout the country, throwing airlines into chaos. Sydney's trains and buses took the storm in their stride.
Most people in Sydney had the opportunity to get to work on time by their normal mode of transport.
The red mist turned car headlights blue. Drivers took heed to take extra care until the dust cleared. Sydney ferries lay idle until mid-morning. Only the privately owned Fast Ferry dared to cut a slow trip through a hazy harbour. Extra buses were put on instead.
Don't worry about your tickets, folks. Ferry replacement, straight through.
Cars were caked with a red dirt reminder of the dust storm of the century. Squeegee men were doing a brisk trade.
Yeah, good, but the water gets dirty too quick.
As the sky cleared, the dust settled. So did a tree, crashing through power lines outside the fish markets.
The tree came down right in front of the car in front of me, and he slammed on his brakes, and it probably missed him by about half a metre.
Yeah, close call there, Ian. That driver was very lucky. And police are praising drivers all across Sydney for taking it easy today in the harsh conditions, with fewer accidents than normal reported. Ian.
Now, we just watched that news report that was done in 2009. And there was a lot of dust up in the atmosphere back then. But you can see on the screen on that news report, you can see the sun behind all that thickness of debris, dust, just sand, everything that's been swept up in the atmosphere. But what we did and saw as well on that day, on the 16th, was a complete different colour of the sun. It was orange, and it was behind all that was in the sky. Now, I've had hundreds of emails stating as well there's been no sand that was on the ground, on cars. There was no strange weather patterns. We did have, it was quite blowy, but there was nothing else to indicate a huge dangerous storm. So look at this photograph on this that was taken on that video of the news bulletin in Australia. As you can just see, can't you, the sun that's showing its normal colour, but now we're seeing other strange colours in the sky. So Shelley, thank you for sending this video in that you provided from your archive. This is absolutely fantastic. Thank you. Now, after you just saw that video from Australia in 2009, and you just saw after the video the colour of the sun with all that debris mess up there in the sky, now we look at this image that was taken on the 16th of October 2017, and also you can see that the sky had changed, with also debris in the sky, but in the background the sun has changed colour. It's beaming a different colour, because we have two suns in the skies. The sun went into darkness, and it will continue to look strange as the different months head closer towards us, because they are still chemtrailing. They do not mention chemtrails, the media. They don't want this to come out. So